Nowadays, K-pop is very popular all over the world, but in the 1990s, Japanese pop or J-pop was the most popular in Asia and leading Asian entertainment. But now, K-pop is getting much bigger than J-pop, and BTS and Blackpink are sweeping throughout the world. So today, we'll talk about why J-pop was defeated by K-pop in the global market. Welcome to the Japan Report. I am Meshida, and he is a comedian and K-pop fan, Ken Suzuki.
안녕하세요. 나는 겐 수즈키입니다. 돌아와요 부상하에 그리운 내 형제요.
Ken-san, that's not K-pop.
메이셔상 괜찮아요?
Today's theme is this.
First, Korean entertainment was forced to aim at the global market. In 1997, the Asian financial crisis hit South Korea. They were in a recession and their domestic market had been shrinking. At that time, South Korea's population was only 45 million. It was less than half that of Japan. So, South Korea's potential domestic market was small.
I see. Even though Japan is a small island, our population is almost 120 million. And according to the World Population Ranking, Japan is ranked 11th, while South Korea is ranked 28th. So, compared to South Korea, Japan has a big domestic market. We can earn a lot of money in the domestic market. So, we didn't need to aim at the global market.
As a result, South Korea made entertainment for the global market, and Japan ignored the global market and made content for the domestic market.
So, Japanese entertainment can't get the cool young fans like K-pop has. Instead, we only get the nerdy foreign fans who are seen in their own countries as weird.
If you see foreigners who come to Japan, you will understand what that means. They all speak weird anime Japanese.
I think their Japanese is way better than your robot English. I feel like I'm talking with a broken C3PO.
After the Korean War, South Korea had a military government until the late 1980s, so they didn't have freedom of speech or entertainment. In 1987, finally, South Korea democratized, and since then, their entertainment industry has been growing.
Because Japan had invaded South Korea during World War II, the South Korean government banned Japanese entertainment from entering South Korea until 1998.
In the 1990s, J-pop was the cutting-edge culture in Asia and fascinated Asian people like how K-pop does now. So it's said that the South Korean government prohibited Japanese entertainment from invading Korean society. Like Korean culture in Japan now. It's obvious when you see young Japanese girls who look like K-pop idols or Netflix rankings. The top 10 are almost all Korean dramas. And this is a big problem because Korean love dramas have a bad influence on pitiful Japanese single people. They give up on dating in the real world. Instead, they just watch K-drama and enjoy pseudo-romances like Meshida-san does.
Ken-san, that's better than your situation. You gave up on dating not only in the real world, but also in your dreams. So your private parts have dried up.
Meshida-san, fuck you. As the first step in targeting the global market, South Korea decided to promote their K-pop artists in Japan. The first success was in 2001 when BoA became very popular in Japan. Their localized strategy worked well.
ずっとずっとそばにいた Ken-san, you don't know? This is BoA's best song. Oh, sorry. You are old man.
Not only she was popular for her beautiful appearance, singing and dancing, but she also studied Japanese. So she can speak Japanese fluently. She appeared on many variety TV shows and became famous. BoA and male idol groups like Toho Shinki, also known as TVXQ or DBSK, succeeded in Japan in the early 20s. Through this success, South Korea's entertainment agency got confident and they produced many artists and aimed at the global market seriously. Then, in early 2010, Kara and Girls' Generation captured Japanese fans' hearts. Their professional performance and sexy appearance attracted female fans too. Unlike Japanese female idols, these two Korean female idol groups fascinated many young Japanese girls. These two groups established the new K-pop image that we now have. So, K-pop idols became more popular than J-pop idols in Asia. And gradually, K-pop spread to Western countries and created the environment for K-pop boom in the global or Western market.
Anyway, South Korea's famous entertainment agency SM Entertainment produced BoA, Toho Shinki, and Girls' Generation. Each season, the CEO learned about and copied the idol system of Japan's famous male idol agency, Japanese Entertainment. Is that true?
Yes, in the early days, they copied Japanese entertainment agencies when making their production strategies. This is similar to Samsung. They imitated Japanese electrical appliances and altered them slightly for the global market and became a global company, while Japanese companies were fishing in a domestic market. South Korean companies went out in deep waters with nets. Nowadays, K-pop idols are known for their professional performances and for being beautiful or handsome. In South Korea, they have a famous training system. It's called the Incubation system. Through auditions, they selected trainees and put them through a training camp. The trainees take a variety of lessons, including dancing, singing, acting, foreign languages, and etiquette. The agencies control their privacy and the trainees are prohibited from having a phone. They train for 4 or 5 years and compete with each other to narrow down the members and produce stars. That's why this system is named the Incubation system.
The same as with startup companies. Most of the eggs go in the garbage.
Nowadays, this training system is very common in the K-pop industry. So, all K-pop artists have won this competition and made their debut. So, their skills are very professional.
But after their debut, the agencies needed to recover their investment. So, the artists are forced to contract with the agency for more than 10 years. And they have to work so hard for the agency. Then, this system is called the slavery system.
Nowadays, there is a new rule. the maximum contract term is 7 years. So this system has improved and become a short-term slavery system.
The K-pop industry is famous for its well-thought-out marketing, global strategy, and training system. So, K-pop artists created under these conditions are like cyborg idols.
But sometimes, when they are in trouble, a system error occurs and they delete themselves. On the other hand, Japanese people prefer immature or non-professional idols to professional idols. Japanese idol fans support immature idols as they are doing their best. Feeling affinity with the idols is very important for Japanese people.
Japanese fans want to enjoy watching the process of their growth as an idol. So, if you want to know more about Japanese idol culture, please see our other video.
For example, in 1997, Morning Musume debuted and they became a very popular idol group in Japan. The amateur girls who were selected in the audition did their best to improve their performance. Fans really loved watching their amateur performances and they became very famous. But the more their performance skills improved, the more people stopped being fans.
In the K-pop industry, in their incubation system, they trained chicks, and after becoming chickens, the idols can debut. But in Japan, the idols debut when they are still chicks, and when they become chickens, they retire.
Japanese idol fans, especially middle-aged men, love watching chicks doing their best. Simple to say, they are lolicon.
After that, AKB48 became very popular. Their concept is idols you can meet. The members are all immature girls, and their amateur idol group caused a social phenomenon. So, Japanese idols or J-pop groups are styled for our own market, and it is totally opposite to the global standard. Our idol scene became more domestic.
K-pop idols choose their members based on marketing and strategy. But sometimes AKB48 chooses its members by rock, paper, scissors. As you can see, they are totally different. Nowadays, though, some young Japanese people prefer professional performances to immature idols. So, K-pop is getting more popular in Japan.
To be honest, I'm not interested in K-pop idols or young Japanese idols. Both are too immature for me. But recently, I found an amazing J-pop idol group.
What is the name of the group?
It's Goju.
Goju means the number 50 in Japanese.
Yes, all the members are over 50 years old. Japan has an aging society, so we should promote MILF idols in the global market. In the near future, all developed countries will have an aging society for old people. MILF are young girls. So, after Blackpink, Goju will be popular worldwide.
Meshida-san, MILF idols won't be popular in the global market.
Ken-san, you cannot call them MILF. They are your generation.
Meshida-san, shut the fuck up. In South Korea, when we see their music hit charts, almost all the ranked idols are the same. They are all similar to BTS and Blackpink. They try to copy successful groups in order to win the competition.
This is related to Korean society. They are a competitive society, so they copy success stories to try to achieve another success.
More than anything, they seem to have a strong mentality and think Korean entertainment increases the value of South Korea in the world.
On the other hand, in Japan, Japanese millennium generation is called the Yutori generation. Yutori means pressure-free. Competitive is avoided. And one song that became very popular said, "You don't need to be number one. You are already the original one."
Unfortunately now, your generation is called the failure to work generation. Compared to South Korean music hit charts, in Japan, various genres of music are ranked. For example, Japanese bands, singer-songwriters, Japanese hip-hop, and idols. We Japanese artists gave up on becoming famous in the world and are not interested in the global market.
So, we don't care about global trends. We'll make what we want to do. And fans are also not interested in the global scene. They just want to listen to their favorite music. We really love subcultures more than global measures.
Look at Meshida-san. He is a typical example. He gave up on being famous in the global market and he created weird videos and enjoys uploading them by himself. He is a typical Japanese.
Kenza, what I'm doing is the same as K-pop. I'm doing English comedy aimed at a global market.
Meshida-san, unfortunately, only creepy foreigners watch this channel. Your target is not the global market. Your target is the creepy market.
하무스 하무리다.
사랑해요. 안녕. 돌아와요. 부상항에